Hey guys, I just finished teaching a lesson and I'm gonna go for a run. I've gotten a little bit out of shape. I gotta admit it to you guys. I'm not in the greatest shape right now. I used to be in much better shape. Now what happens with me is that I'm teaching and I'm making YouTube videos and I don't have a lot of time to exercise, so I've gotten quite out of shape, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna record myself working out and getting back in shape. So let's see what date it is right now. It's March 29th, right here, March 29th, and I'm going to train for 2 months completely by myself because I want you guys to be able to copy what I'm doing. So I'm not going to spend any money on my training. I'm not going to need a coach. I'm going to do everything completely on my own, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it and if I can get back in shape, especially playing shape, because I'm not doing this to lose weight necessarily. I just want to feel better on the court and get to the shape I used to be, for example, when I play college tennis. Okay guys, so today I'm gonna start with a run, and this is a nice beautiful track here, and I actually know exactly what 1 mile is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run every single day 1 mile. And today is day number 1. You can see here we got a little bit of a gut. Oh my God, I don't know why I got out of shape. Terrible. Okay guys, no problem. I'm out of shape, but it's just day 1. Every day 1 mile. Okay guys, let's talk about why I only run 1 mile. So I believe that running longer than 1 mile for tennis players, let me take a little break, is not good for tennis players to run too long of a distance. So I always cap mine at 1 mile, but I try to do it as fast as possible because you do need the endurance for tennis. But if you run too long, in my opinion, that hurts your quickness around the court. So I try to limit my runs to 1 mile, but I really try to do them as fast as possible. Right now, since I'm out of shape, I do them in about 8 minutes, but when I'm in shape, I can do it under 7 minutes. So remember, for tennis specific running, keep it as short as possible, but then try to give your best effort, do it super high intensity, similar to what you would do on a tennis court. You do a short distance, but do it as fast as possible. Let's go. And guys, in addition to running, I'm gonna also do wall training as part of my daily tennis regimen. The reason why I love the wall so much is that I can be out here for 10-15 minutes, and just because the frequency of the ball comes back so much faster, it's the equivalent of double the amount of time on the real court. So I'm going to try to do 10 to 15 minutes of super hard wall practice every single day, no taking breaks. Okay guys, another thing that I'm going to be doing, not every day, maybe 3 times a week, is going to be court sprints. And court sprints are great because they mimic the real movement that you're going to be doing on the tennis court. And I'm going to show you some of my favorite sprints on the court. Now, court sprints don't have to be long. I think 5 to 10 minutes is plenty because they're going to be super high intensity. And one drill that I like to do as kind of a warm-up is the Jimmy Connors. And here's how it works. You're going to start running, sprinting in the doubles alley. You're going to touch the net, and then you're going to backpedal all the way to the baseline. And once you get to the baseline, you're going to go diagonally over the court towards the other doubles alley. And the reason why this is called the Jimmy Connors, because I saw Jimmy Connors doing this once on the court, and I love it. And now once you're on this baseline, you go back diagonally across the court over here, touch the net, and now you backpedal all the way to the baseline. And I like to do 3 sets of these in a row. For the next few drills, I'm going to use my timer on my iPhone, and the great thing about the timer is you can set it by the seconds. So I'm going to set this particular drill at 30 seconds. And basically what it is, I can't even see the screen, hold on. Okay, there it is, start. All right, hold on, pause. Can't. All right, so it's all set. Now this particular drill is great for lateral movement. So I'm going to move laterally, and I'm going to touch the tee with my right hand, then I'm going to move laterally over towards the singles line. I'm going to touch that with my hand. I'm going to do that for 30 seconds, and I'm going to do 2 sets. All right, ready, set, go. And done. That burns. That really burns. That's a killer, guys. One of my favorites. I'm going to take about a 30-second break, and I'll do it again. Second round, go. All right, guys, the next drill is also one of my favorites. It's called ball transport. So basically you're gonna put 5 balls in the corner of the singles line there, 1 ball in the corner of the tee here, 1 ball in the middle of the tee, and then so on the other side. And for all my students that are watching, see, I don't only talk the talk, I walk the walk as well. See, I'm doing these drills. I'm grinding out here, guys. I'm not just making you do this stuff. I do this stuff myself. So basically ball transport is a great drill where you're going to start with this ball, bring it to the middle, and you're going to keep moving the ball 1 slot, so at the very end it's going to look like the way it started. And that's called ball transport. Let's go. Come on. And guys, let's finish off with the most brutal drill in my arsenal of drills. It's a 45-second drill. Basically, you're going to be running from 1 singles line that you're going to touch with your right hand. If you're right-handed, you're going to turn around, but you're going to face the net as you turn around. Don't spin in a circle. You're going to run back to the other singles line, touch that line with your hand, turn back this way, and then you're going to do it for 45 seconds. Ready, set, go! Oh my God, I gotta do this more often. There's a real test to what kind of shape you're in. I'm gonna do this 3 times a week. This is killer, guys. It's a killer drill. I love it. And guys, something that every tennis player needs to do is run hills. Here we have a beautiful hill, and the drill that I'm going to be doing today is called the Tommy Haas. Basically, I'm going to sprint up. I'm going to do 20 push-ups on top of the hill, then I'm going to sprint back down and do that 5 times. It's 100 push-ups. And why am I doing this? Well, number one, this is the most important thing that tennis players need, and that's the legs. I'm going to be building my legs by sprinting up the hill. So let's go. That's brutal. You guys want to know why it's called the Tommy Haas drill? Just like the Connors drill. I saw Tommy Haas doing this once in California up a sand dune. So he gets credit for the drill. I love it. All right, guys, that's it, the hill. It only took 10 minutes, but I can tell you, super high intensity. I'm completely out of breath. I'm sweating and my legs are killing me. So this is something I'm going to be doing twice a week. It's just really great for tennis. It's great to build up your stamina and improve speed. Come on. All right, guys, another thing you can do as a substitute to the hills is run stairs. All you need is a stadium. I'm lucky enough to be close to the Florida Atlantic University football stadium, and this is where I'm going to do stairs. This is something that I used to do in college almost on a daily basis. I love doing stairs. It's a great exercise for tennis. It gets your footwork going. You're on your toes, you're making those small little steps, and you work on your stamina as well. And for you guys that say, I don't have a stadium, I'm sure you have a flight of stairs somewhere available, and you can do the same exercise that I'm about to do. This is one of my favorite things to do. And it kind of reminds me of my college days. All right, here it is, the FAU Stadium. And this flight of stairs, I don't think it's as long as the Murray State flight of stairs. I remember it being much longer. But nevertheless, I'm gonna run up here 10 times in a row. Now let's see how I feel afterwards. All right guys, there it is, 10 times up the stairs. This is absolutely exhausting. It's a killer workout. I love it. I love coming up here at the end on the 10th time, and you feel such a euphoria when you're up high. It's something about it. We've got a beautiful view of Boca Raton right here. We're super high up. It's just a beautiful sight. I'm gonna sit down and let it soak in a little bit. So another great way to get into tennis shape is to do tennis specific footwork drills in the sand. When I played college tennis, I'll never forget, we used to go to Saddlebrook all the time, and I once saw maybe the greatest fitness trainer for tennis of all time, Pat Etcheberry, train Pete Sampras in the sand on the volleyball courts. So if it's good for Sampras, it's good for me too. Guys, I love this. This is a fantastic workout. The hardest tennis workout you can possibly do is do tennis specific drills in the sand. Oh, come on. All right guys, so part of getting back in shape is also going to involve playing tennis. And in today's video, we're going to do tennis drills. And I told you guys that you don't need a coach. This is going to be something that you can do completely for free. So just grab someone who's willing to feed you some balls and do some drills. And in today's case, as one of my former students, we're going to reverse the tables today. You're going to make me run.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I bet you are. Don't make me run too much, okay?
No, that's the point.
All right, not too much. So the big question is, will you be able to make me break a sweat today? Because I really don't sweat that much. I'm one of those guys who doesn't sweat and also never cramped in a match. Just one time when I played against my one of my friends at a club championship, I think I was like 15 or 16. The only time I ever cramped was at this match, was 7-6 in the third. And when I won match point, I went like, come on! And then my hand cramped and I couldn't let go of the racket. I had to pry my fingers open from the racket, but that's the only time I cramp because I don't really sweat that much. So the question is, can you make me break a sweat today, Carla? Let's see, okay? And look, you managed to get me to sweat. Look, see my shirt?
Oh, is that real?
What do you mean?
That's real?
Of course it's real.
You're sweating?
Yes, I'm sweating. Yeah, see, this is a hard workout. Thank you so much, Carla.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Strength training is something that's really important to get into tennis shape, and I've actually been doing strength training since I was 13 years old. You might not be able to tell because naturally when I'm in shape, I'm a very lean guy. I'm like a poor man's Daniil Medvedev. So it's been 2.5 months since I started this workout regimen. I actually planned to do it 2 months, but I needed an extra couple of weeks to get a little bit of shape. You can see here, it's June 13th. So let me tell you what I've been doing over the past 2.5 months. So I tried to get my cardio in every day. I tried to run 1 mile. I also went to the wall almost on a daily basis. As far as the strength training, the running the hills, doing the stairs and doing the beach workout, I try to do that once or twice a week. And the results have been great. My stomach has gone down significantly. I feel a lot lighter on my feet and the definition in my muscles is starting to come back. But the important question is, am I back in tennis shape? Because there's a difference between being in shape and being in tennis specific shape. So let's find out. So, did I get in better tennis shape? Absolutely yes. All the stuff that I did over the last 2.5 months worked. I'm lighter on my feet, I'm moving a lot better, and I'm playing much better tennis than I did 2.5 months ago. But it's not only that, I feel better about myself. There's this happy feeling inside when you've done all the work. You just generally feel better on the court. Am I in the same shape that I was in my 20s? Absolutely not. I'm getting older, I'm 44, I'll never regain those physical abilities that I had in my 20s. But guess what? It doesn't matter. It's a big advantage to get in shape at any age, because another very important factor is that when you're heavy, when you're out of shape, your risk of injury is much greater. So guys, I know you have a busy schedule, but try to do as many of these exercises as you can, and I guarantee that you're going to be in better tennis shape.